Hello, welcome to Pinoy Video Gamer. My name is Twin. So I recently saw this discussion about ano yung best console to buy now. That's what we're gonna discuss now. So during this pandemic, year 2021, I'm currently using my streaming screen because I'll be showing some stuff from my computer. Right now, so there are several options to buy if you're gonna buy a console. One thing is it also depends on your living situation. It's a choice usually between stick with a PC or buy a PC, get a Switch, or get a home console. Generally, for if case that you don't have a PC, I'd go for a PC first for the reason that it's multifunctional. So kahit hindi ka bumili ng console, bili ka muna ng PC, and that's more of a priority for me. Kasi maganda naman sa PC ngayon, it's expensive but not extremely expensive. For the price ng isang Switch or for the price ng isang, I suppose Switch, or the price ng Xbox Series X and S or PlayStation 5, you can buy a really decent computer. And for that, you can still work on it. So, if you don't have any form of device or anything, in case wala kang computer for work o wala kang computer talaga sa bahay, I'd go for a computer first. Computer, laptop, or whatever na pwede. For the main reason na the PC is more flexible than any other system. Pero of course, yung quality ng game would depend on your budget. So next is you already have a PC and you really want a console that you really want to use. Now it really depends on your living situation. Ganito sitwasyon ko dati. I was working outside of home and I traveled a lot. Pag ganun kasi, the Switch was a no-brainer for me. Before the Switch, I even had the 3DS. So the reason for the Switch is that it's portable. I was traveling a lot and having a home console didn't make any sense. Even a laptop didn't make sense to me since I was really traveling a lot. So walang purpose sa akin. I need something that I can play in an instant. And the Switch made sense to me. Dahil doon, there was no option for me. I can't turn on a laptop in an instant. Ang tagal lang startup ng laptop. Kahit kung meron pang kahit may hibernation mode pa yan, ang tagal mag-load ng mga games. Especially hindi pa SSD o hard drive ko. So, and it's really not convenient to play on the laptop if you're traveling a lot. Kung nag-hotel ka, siguro convenient siya. Pero kung if you're focused on, you just wanna play quickly while you are outside waiting for a pickup or doing a delivery, tapos pahinga ka lang sa konti, no doubt about it, I'd go for the Switch. Pero if you're at home, of course there are other factors. So if you can afford an additional console, then sige, go for the console. Pero ito, now comes yung another question of what's the best system for you, lalo if you don't have the budget to buy all the consoles, which for the Philippine setting, malamang magtitipid ka hanggang kaya magtipid, di ba? It's also possible for the Switch. Kasi the Switch is not a bad console, it's not a bad home console. I just can't say that I'd recommend it, pero it's not bad. Pero i-compare ko yung price ng Switch versus the PS4 Pro or the Xbox Series, Xbox One. Kung home gamer ka, kasi you don't really leave the home, it's a little hard to recommend the Switch. Although it's still recommend the Switch kasi ang maganda naman yung games niya. Maganda yung, I can't deny na I absolutely enjoy Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Pero I do have to consider the overall cost ng games. Okay. So, kung consoles lang ang pinag-iisipan mo, not adding yung online services and stuff. Kung ako pagpipiliin, I'd go for the PlayStation 4. PlayStation 4 Pro specifically. For the reason that the lineup of games is a lot. Tingnan natin yung price, ha? Okay, so PS4. Okay, so I'll be referring to prices of two sites, GameOne and Datablitz. So Datablitz tayo. PS4 package right now is priced at 17,990. Yun ang pinakamura. By default, this is not a bad console, not a bad set for 17,000. And yun nga, for that price, you already get 3 games, and you know that's not bad. That's amazing. That's a really good deal. And the system itself is not bad. Maganda pa rin yung mga games niya. So for 18,000 for 18,000, that's pretty good. Tapos mga ano pa to, mga tig 1 tera pa to. Okay, pero kung gusto mong Pro version, PS4 Pro, so mga 25,000 or 24 to 25, tama ba? Yeah, so 24 to 25,000 yung PlayStation 4 Pro. So that's really good for that price. Tingnan natin sa GameOne. Meron silang PlayStation dito, 'di ba? PS4 Pro. So magkano yung price nila? So in a sense, ganun din. Pareho lang sa ino-offer ng Datablitz. The price is not any different. Tingnan natin ang Switch. We go for Switch. Okay, tingnan natin yung console lang muna. Okay, so ngayon to. Yung bundle ng PlayStation 4, may mga kasama na siyang games. Itong Switch, makikita natin on both sides, on both websites. Price na is 15,395 yung basic package. So, it's not extremely expensive, pero considering that wala pang games to, and say mo yung power nito. Yung power nito is like parang cellphone ang power ng Switch. So in a sense, they really have to squeeze out of the power para lang makagawa ng magagandang visuals. It's alam ko it's using an NVIDIA Tegra processor na parang higher model ng Tegra. Alam ko meron lumang Tegra, tapos ito yung parang slightly newer Tegra. Pero yun nga, at the same time, it's like a cellphone. It's gonna struggle. Pero yun, maganda naman ang maganda naman ang graphics niya if it's designed well. Pero at the same time, tingnan mo nga itong Mario Red and Blue. For the same price ng PlayStation 4, it's just the console itself. Kung titingnan mo lang yung Switch console Mario Red. So that's the price ng And tingnan natin sa GameOne, ganun din ba? Yeah, it's almost the same. Yeah, it's the same. Wala naman pagbabago sa price. Xbox naman. Ako hindi yung console. Wala yung console ng Ako wala ring Xbox. So I wish I can recommend the Xbox One, pero apparently itong mga stores na to is not carrying them anymore. I don't know, feeling ko medyo biased lang. Feeling ko biased lang ang Pilipinas pagdating sa gaming consoles. It's either mostly it's just Nintendo or PlayStation, pero wala masyadong Xbox. Okay, so kung yun lang ang choices mo, then if you're in a really, really limited budget, so you'll be considering PlayStation or the Switch. Definitely, mahirap piliin ng Xbox for the reason na wala. Siguro it's gonna be a difficult thing to get now, but personally, if you can get one, I'd still get Xbox One. Ngayon, with the Switch and the PlayStation, kung yun lang talaga ang choices mo, and you also have to, I think about online services, depende if you can afford it. In terms of online service, para sa akin mas sulit ang online service ng PlayStation for the reason of kung kukuha ka ng PlayStation Plus, it's PS Plus lang. Okay, so PS Plus for a year. Tingnan natin. PS Plus for a year is 1,995. Okay, note. Maganda other than you can play with friends. On PS Plus, you get free games every month. And, most of the games naman is not so bad. Pero, it only starts when you start subscribing. Separate pa yung EA Access. So, EA Access naman is for Electronic Arts games naman. I think this is, I don't know what this is actually. I feel ko it might be similar to EA Play. Pero yun. Anyway, for 12 months you get no, you get access to games. Pero it's hard to recommend it to as in sulit siya kung if we started long time ago. Kasi sabihin nakaipon na yung mga maraming games. Pero kung mag-start ka now, of course you'll start blank slate. So if you want free games, so would only start now. So yun, parang the longer you stay, the more benefits that you have. Pero yung mga free games na makukuha mo is only bound sa system. So mangyari doon, pag nawala yung subscription service mo sa PlayStation Plus, sa Switch naman, tingnan natin kung meron din sa Switch dito. Ito, eShop. Okay, sa eShop naman is for 12 months may 1,000 pesos. Okay, so generally that's not bad. Pero problem ko with online service is that you'll only take advantage of being able to play online. They have free games, pero free games nila is very, very limited. Kung mahilig ka lang siguro mag classic games. As in, really classic games. Yung, alam mo yun, SNES pati NES. And that's pretty much it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. It's a ton of games. So, regardless kung kailan ka nag-start, you'll be given a full lineup of a lot of choices sa games. Pero yun nga, so magiging dependent ka lang talaga sa mga classic games. Pero for 1,000, it's not so bad. On my online play pa. Pero I think that's something that you will miss, especially with some of the games na offer ng Nintendo. Kasi paano kung maglalaro ko ng Animal Crossing? As in, mahirap naman naglalaro ko, mag-isa lang, di ba? So I do recommend that you get this online service. Habang sa PlayStation naman, they're generally fine. Talk about the high ends now. So what if nga kung you only had one choice, pero you have the budget, okay? So pero may computer ka na, pero you want something dedicated. So kasi may mga kilala rin ako na they want to really keep their gaming system separate from their working system. So mga ibang kilala ko just keeps a laptop just for work. Talagang work lang. It's not really designed for gaming. Talagang literally they don't use it for anything except for work. Tapos they get a console. Pagdating sa ganun, yung mga iba, they go for the, they can still go for the Switch for the reasons being portable, or go for the PlayStation 4 kasi nga, mas mura. Pero yun nga, if you have the budget, then go for the higher ends, the Xbox and the Xbox Series X and S, or the PlayStation 5. Okay, for me, it's a little harder to recommend. Even though I have one of those, I still have a hard time recommending them as your first console. For the main reason that these are new. Right now, it's still in a transitional phase. So, most ng games right now is also available on the previous generation. Kung meron mang game na unique sa PlayStation 5 or sa Xbox Series X and S, they're gonna be right now, it's just very few far in between. So it's the most advantage that you're gonna get out of these new consoles is they really load fast. As in, talagang they are both lightning speed fast compared to the old consoles. Ayan. So ngayon, right now, the PlayStation 5 is not displaying their prices, pero alam ko it's priced around 27,000 to 28,000 with the console itself. I know it's slightly lower with the digital version. Tapos sa Xbox Series X, S, natin ako meron dito. Hindi ko mapakita yung price ng PlayStation 5 for the reason na they're not displaying it online. Walang available online na pricing. And also and still right now ang price ng PlayStation 5 is only available through pre-orders on both GameOne and Datablitz. Ito naman yung price na pinapakita ngayon dito is the Xbox Series S, and it's 19,000 versus a 32,000. Note when I got the Xbox, mga 30, mga 36 or 37,000. 36,000 ko lang po. So, ngayon, see, the prices are going down quickly. Okay? Yung ano dyan is, prices can still go down. So, don't expect na if you're gonna buy one now, you're still, for me, you're still might be rushing into it. Problem ko lang with the Xbox is they're slightly more expensive than the PlayStation 5. For the main reason, Microsoft has not really officially supported the Philippines yet. Compared to PlayStation, where they're really in full support. So you get proper warranties if you buy it here locally. Example with alam ko sa PlayStation may more than 1 year ang warranty mo. Habang sa Xbox, dito may store warranty lang tayo. We don't have a Microsoft warranty with the Xbox. Kasi sa ibang bansa, sa US, if you buy a console ng Xbox, you get 3 years warranty, I think. That is full service and parts, 3 years warranty. Dito sa Philippines, you only get a store warranty for 1 year. So that alone is kind of a hard recommendation because aasahan natin yung stores. And ano gagawin ng stores? I don't know if they're they're only gonna check it and ship it to another country. Malamang papadala yan sa Singapore bago ma-repair. Dito kahit paano, I don't know kung paano mag-work dito with the PS5. I think papadala yan with another country. Pero at least dito it's official dito sa Pilipinas. Aasa lang din yung mga stores sa kanilang mga sa mga suppliers to get it checked and replaced. So it's gonna take a while. Yun yung pricing ng two consoles. Ano lang dito is you'll have to consider online services naman. If you're gonna get a first console, then you might need to consider ano ba talaga gusto mong mangyari sa collection mo. Problem ko lang siguro sa PlayStation 5 ngayon, ang mamahal ng games sila. And they're expensive right now. Ano yun? Returnal? Yan! 3,490 pesos Returnal. Ouch. So, yan ang general pricing ng mga games natin ngayon sa PlayStation 5. Tingin tayo ng game for the Xbox. Ano bang pwedeng Xbox game na talagang Xbox siya? Yun ang mahirap sa Xbox eh. Hindi siya exclusive. So, tingnan natin the medium. Apparently, walang the medium sa so we can't get that game online. Okay, so lumalabas sa mga bagong games ng Xbox. Ito, exclusive. 1,895. And that's not bad, And ano ba? Ito, medyo mahal. Yung Nier Replicant, 2,700. So yun, lumalabas sa mga games nest, mga 2,700, mga 2,800, 2,900. Parang 500 pesos ang additional sa PlayStation 5. Tingnan mo yung mga games niya. Yung Demon Souls is also 3,490. Spider-Man is 3,490. Yung exclusive games sila, it's just expensive. So, yun, kung mahilig sa physical games, you just have to consider that yung games sila is a little more expensive. But considering, kung may budget ka naman, kung ano naman, if you're not really in a rush to buy the new games, going for the classics is not so bad. Tingin tayo ng classic games dito, meron ba? Remember, PlayStation 5 is compatible with PlayStation 4 games. So, tingnan natin yung mga So, yun. Pricing naman ng games nila is not so bad. Lalo na kung papasok sa mga PlayStation hits. Tingnan mo tong Last of Us. That's a pretty good price. I'd go for that kung Unless na meron kang kung bumili ka ng PlayStation na may kasama na Last of Us, then you don't have to consider that anymore. Pero yun, if you're not in a rush to buy games, then the PlayStation is a good route, I suppose. With the Xbox. Okay, so titingnan natin yung pricing, hindi sila lalampas ng Call of Duty, medyo mahal siya. Pero I don't know why, medyo I'm not really that sold with Call of Duty. Okay, so pagdating naman sa online services nila. For the online service of PlayStation, you can go for the PS Plus. pwede ka rin mag-PlayStation Now if you want to. Ang problem ko lang siguro sa PlayStation na maganda I'd recommend PlayStation Now if you're not rushing yourself to buy new games. It's good way to get yourself into the games without spending too much. Pero they're not new, but it's not so bad. Yung ano lang. Ang problem ko lang is hindi reliable yung kanilang streaming service. Just prepare yourself, lalo sa Pilipinas, just prepare yourself that you're only going to download the games and not stream them. Tapos yung PlayStation naman, PlayStation Plus naman, it's not so bad as an online as for you to get free games every month. It's a good way to get yourself some games without spending anything much. So sa Xbox naman, even though with the higher price, yung Game Pass, it's not so bad din sa price. Pero yun nga, ang ano naman dito, if you're not rushing yourself to buy a big collection of disc-based games, I do highly recommend the Xbox for the reason of Game Pass. Note, without Game Pass, the Xbox is also a bit of a hard sell for the reason of pricing. Medyo mahal siya than for a few thousand pesos kasi 31,000 versus 28,000. Medyo konti na lang yun if you can afford that much, then konti na lang ang difference niya. So if you're going for really specific games like Spider-Man or God of War, then sige, you go for the PlayStation. Ako kinuha ko yung Xbox because of the Game Pass. Reason, I also like playing new games. At the same time, I only spend with Game Pass ngayon, ang ginagamit ko ngayon yung EA Play. EA Play, pag bumili ka ng EA Play na 12 months, gagawin niyang 4 months worth. And how much is that? Parang 1.3? 1.4? So 1.4 every 4 months. It's not bad. And I get new games every month. Tapos, most of the time naman, I like collecting before, pero right now, I'm just trying to save up space. And it's right now, collecting is not really much of an option right now. So, Game Pass is really doing it well for me. Balik tayo sa original question. If you're gonna buy one console right now, it just really depends on your situation. In short, if I have no electronic gadget and I need something to use, I'd go for the PC first. Because sa PC, there's a lot of things that I can do. Kung mahina yung system mo, you can still go for old games. But maganda naman sa PC, it's really, really flexible. You still have 1,000 choices of games. Kahit medyo mahina yung system mo. I'd go for a Switch if you're traveling a lot. Pero if you really want a separate console just for gaming, then the choices vary. If you really just want a really big collection of games and good selection of nice games right now, then go for the PlayStation 4, a PS4 Pro. That's a really good way to go. Tapos if you're really going for the newer ones, the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox Series X and S, the PlayStation 5 has really good exclusive games, but it's a little more expensive. But that is if you have a really good income, then I have no issues recommending it. Pero with the Xbox, I'd recommend it for Game Pass. So that's generally it. So those are my choices if you had just one game system to choose. That's pretty much it. Anyway, thank you very much for taking your time listening to me ramble a lot. Anyway, okay. If you are interested in movies, comics, and other geeky news, and you can go to Geekosity and check it out. Thank you for taking time watching this video, and like and subscribe. If you like the video, just give it a like or give it a thumbs down. That's okay, also okay. And if you like my content, you could subscribe, liking and subscribing. This will really help a lot. Anyway, thank you very much, and bye bye.